Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really focusing in on something critical: AI ethics and security.
Right. It's this intersection that's just becoming more and more important as AI gets more powerful.
Exactly. And for you listening, someone who wants to get the key info quickly, well, we've gone through a whole lot of sources.
Yeah, news reports, ethics audits, security analyses, quite a mix.
To give that broader picture, our mission today, simple: cut through the noise.
Get straight to the crucial insights on AI ethics and security you need now.
So, let's dive right in. First up, the threat landscape. It's definitely growing.
It really is. We tend to think of AI as helpful, right? A tool.
Yeah.
But the sources are clear. It's also becoming a serious weapon for cybercriminals.
And we're not just talking small improvements, old scams, are we?
No, not at all. We're looking at entirely new kinds of threats powered by AI. It's about personalization, automation, scale.
Okay, like what specifically? Phishing.
Phishing is a huge one. Think hyper-personalized emails. AI can make them seem exactly like they're from someone you trust.
Because they use perfect language.
Yeah.
Mimic the style.
Precisely. They pull context from, social media, company websites. We saw this back in 2025, targeting Gmail users with these super convincing fakes.
It's almost like the AI knows the person. It's unsettling.
It is. And it goes beyond email, too. Real-time deepfake fraud is surging.
The voice and video clones.
Yeah. Imagine a CEO's voice clone authorizing a fake wire transfer.
And that's actually happened. Millions lost.
Reports suggest FTSE 100 companies lost millions in 2024 from just that CEO voice deepfakes.
Wow. And the scary part for our listeners is how that gets around security. Even multi-factor authentication.
It can, yeah. If it sounds and looks exactly like the real executive giving the okay, those protocols might just get bypassed.
That really makes you question, everything you see and hear online.
Yeah.
Trust gets eroded.
Fundamentally, especially in high-stakes situations like finance. Can we trust that voice on the call, that face on the video chat?
And the tech keeps evolving. Adaptive AI malware, what's that about?
So this isn't like your old static virus. This malware uses AI to actually change its own code.
To hide. To avoid detection.
Exactly. To evade standard antivirus software. We heard about the sugar guest RAT, right? Targeting US AI experts in 2024.
Right. RAT meaning remote access Trojan. Allows control of the computer.
Yes. And then you have AI web scraping bots getting smarter too. They mimic human browsing so well, they bypass defenses, steal data.
Like CAPI TCHAs and things?
It's this constant cat and mouse game, but the mouse is getting incredibly intelligent.
Because traditional security looks for known threats, right? But if the threat keeps changing...
Precisely. If it learns and adapts in real time, how do you reliably stop it? It's a huge challenge for defenders.
Then there's just the sheer scale of it all.
Yeah.
Automated social engineering.
Yeah, AI crunching data, building detailed victim profiles.
And then just pumping out thousands of personalized, manipulative messages.
Exactly, like an army of tireless, very convincing con artists.
And what about attacking the AI systems themselves? Adversarial machine learning.
Right. This is where hackers try to poison the well, essentially. Corrupt the AI security tools.
By feeding them bad data.
Yeah, feeding misleading data so the AI learns the wrong patterns. Imagine tricking an AI fraud detection system so it starts ignoring real fraud.
So it becomes blind to the actual threats it's supposed to catch. That's deeply concerning.
It undermines the very tools built for protection.
Okay, one more threat area: AI-generated disinformation.
Yes. Beyond just fake news articles.
Like fake internal company memos, deepfake press releases.
Exactly. Things designed to manipulate stock markets, maybe, or just trash a company's reputation. The potential for confusion, even economic damage, is significant.
Okay, so that paints a pretty stark picture of the risks. What about the response? How's the world trying to deal with this through rules and ethics?
Well, given those threats, it's no surprise there's a huge global push for regulation and ethical guidelines.
Makes sense.
But what's really interesting and important for listeners to grasp is that different places are taking very different paths.
Like the EU versus the US.
Exactly. The EU has its AI Act quite strict, sets specific requirements, even bans some high-risk AI uses, very focused on safety first.
Okay, putting guardrails up early.
Whereas the US, at least currently, seems to be favoring a lighter touch. less prescriptive regulation.
Which creates this whole global debate, doesn't it? Innovation versus safety. Where's the right balance?
It's a massive debate, and part of navigating this is the rise of AI ethics audits.
Independent checks on how ethical these AI systems actually are.
Precisely. We saw an example, didn't we? April 12th, 2025, Algorithmics audited some big AI model.
Yeah, and XAI's Grok scored quite well, like 8 out of 10. Better than Google's and DeepSeek's models in that specific audit.
Right, and the audit used this really tough moral dilemma.
The one about predicting a newborn societal contribution and using that for resource allocation, that sounds ethically fraught.
Extremely. But the report apparently praised Grok for how it handled that, balancing the sort of utilitarian greater good idea with basic human dignity.
And in line with rules like the EU AI Act and GDPR too.
That's what the audit noted, yeah. Alignment with those regulations protecting rights and privacy.
But these audits aren't without controversy, right? I saw chatter on X about it.
Oh, absolutely. You had people like at Marianoffel praising Grok, saying it shows ethics can be built in at scale.
But others questioning the audit itself. Claims of bias.
Yeah, users like at LFGNOW1 raising those concerns. It just shows how complex and debated this whole area is. No easy answers.
Which raises that key question about the audits themselves. How do we ensure they're trustworthy and objective? Especially with such strong opinions out there.
A critical question. And beyond specific audits, we're seeing broader standards emerge, like the need for human oversight.
The human-in-the-loop idea, especially for high-risk stuff.
Definitely. The principle that a human needs to be able to step in, review, maybe override an AI decision, especially in areas like healthcare or justice.
Where the stakes are incredibly high for individuals.
And companies are acting too. IBM, Capgemini, they're pushing for internal AI ethics committees.
To catch bias or misuse early on.
Exactly. Be proactive. And we're getting formal industry standards too.
Like the British standard, BS 8611, for ethical robotics and AI.
Right. And IE standards are being developed for things like algorithmic transparency, making sure we know how AI makes decisions.
And addressing potential emotional harm. Accountability for autonomous systems.
All of that. It signals a real shift towards having concrete, measurable guidelines, not just good intentions.
Because good intentions aren't enough with tech this powerful. You need actual frameworks.
Absolutely. And policy is moving too. We mentioned the EU AI Act's bans and strict oversight.
And UNESCO's focus on preventing discrimination. Upholding dignity.
Yes. Plus, initiatives like the Paris AI Action Summit emphasizing trust.
Trust is the foundation.
Yeah.
And tools to help companies comply. Automated compliance.
Right. Automated tools, real-time risk assessment, helping organizations manage this complex regulatory world.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot happening on the ethics and rules side, but let's shift back to defense. What can actually be done now to stop these AI-powered attacks?
Good transition. Because while the rules are being written, we need immediate, practical defenses. And interestingly, AI itself is part of the solution here.
Using AI to fight AI.
In a way, yes. It's like a tech arms race. But AI can be a powerful shield. Think predictive threat detection.
Using machine learning to spot vulnerabilities before they're used.
Exactly. Analyzing data in real time to find weak spots. It's proactive, not just reactive.
So getting ahead of the attackers.
Hopefully. And automated incident response, too. AI systems that can quickly isolate a problem, neutralize a threat in seconds.
Minimizing damage, reducing human reaction time lag.
Right. And in cloud environments, AI can constantly audit for weird activity and force smarter access controls based on behavior. It's about using AI's analytical power for defense.
But tech isn't everything, is it? The human element is still key. Employee training.
Absolutely vital, especially against those super smart phishing attacks. Old school training videos probably won't cut it anymore.
So what works? More advanced training.
Sources point to things like interactive AI-driven simulations, ones that actually use the latest phishing tactics criminals are using.
Make it realistic.
Relevant.
Yes. And immediate feedback. If you click on something bad in the simulation, you get instant info on why it was bad, the red flags you missed.
Learning in the moment. Makes sense. Gamification, too.
Gamified modules, quizzes, role-playing, things that boost engagement and make the learning stick.
What about tailoring the training?
That's key too. Using behavioral analysis to see who might be more at risk for certain attacks, then customizing the training for them, not just one size fits all.
And teaching people what AI-generated attacks look like.
Crucial. Spotting that overly perfect language, maybe, or generic greetings paired with oddly specific knowledge, urgent requests trying to bypass normal procedures.
And always verify, like pick up the phone.
Mandatory multi-channel verification for sensitive stuff. If an email asks for a big payment, confirm it via phone call or another channel. A simple but effective step.
Plus the AI filters on the email systems themselves. Definitely. AI spotting anomalies in sender patterns, communication style, another layer of defense.
So lots of tactics. Any broader strategies?
Yeah, things like zero trust architecture, the whole never trust, always verify principle for any user or device trying to access the network.
Doesn't matter if they're inside or outside the network.
Nope. Verify everything and just multi-layered verification across all critical systems. Build resilience.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The threats, phishing, deepfakes, malware, disinformation, all supercharged by AI.
Right. And then the responses, the different regulatory approaches globally, the importance of ethics audits, developing standards.
And finally, the defenses. Both AI-powered tools and, crucially, effective human training and broader security strategies like zero trust.
And I think the key takeaway, really, for everyone listening is this duality of AI.
Huge opportunities, but also significant evolving risks. Ethics, security, they're intertwined.
Exactly. And staying informed about both the threats and the solutions. It's not optional anymore. It's essential for navigating what's coming.
It really is. And this tension between AI advancing so fast and the need for responsible rules, that's the big challenge.
Made even trickier by different countries doing different things on the regulation front. That fragmentation adds complexity.
So maybe a final thought to leave our listeners with.
Yeah, maybe this. As AI keeps getting more integrated into everything, how does our basic understanding of trust and security need to change?
Not just online, but in the real world too.
Exactly. How do we adapt? That's something I think we'll all be grappling with for a while. Definitely something worth thinking about as you navigate this changing landscape.
Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.